welcome to Cooking with Chef Don. Today I'm going to be making teriyaki salmon. I've got a whole salmon, cut it in half, took off the skin, checked for the pin bones, those little tiny bones that's down the middle, and I made a teriyaki sauce using brown sugar, some ginger, garlic, scallions, soy sauce. I cooked that I cooked it in a saute pan for a couple of minutes until the sugar dissolved and everything was macerated. And then I just poured it over the salmon and popped it in the refrigerator with a cover. After a day and a half of marinating, I'm going to cook this salmon, as you can see. So I was able to get about 6 pieces out of this piece of salmon. I saved the rest to make some salmon hash one morning for breakfast. Now, excuse me. Now what I'm going to do is use the rest of the stuff I was marinating in. All right. And I'm going to cook this again. Put some heat on it. And what I'm going to do, 3 minutes into the cooking in the oven at 350, I'm going to start basting it. Although, you know, the season should be well in there. Now I'm going to hit the salmon with a little bit of salt and pepper, using some Himalayan white salt. Okay. And then a little bit of black pepper. Pop this in the oven. Like I said, I'm going to do it for about 20 minutes, but I'm going to check it every now and then. But I'm going to start basting after 5 minutes. Okay. The thing about salmon is, when you're buying salmon, it's good to like touch it with your finger and make sure it bounces back. If you touch it with your finger and it leaves your fingerprint, don't get that salmon. It's gone bad. And then once you buy the salmon, you probably should use gloves when you're cutting it in half or breaking it down, because the more that the natural oils from your fingers get on the salmon, it starts actually deteriorating the salmon. So it can go bad. You spend all this money on a whole salmon, and then you touch it up and not realize it, and you put it in the refrigerator, all of a sudden you come back and get it the next day and it's gone, it's bad. I know, it happened to me. So you're supposed to use gloves. And I learned that in Culinary 101, but you're getting busy and you forget certain things. So anyway, we're gonna pop this in the oven, like I said, and we're gonna cook this for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but we're gonna start basting after 5 minutes. Since it's fish, it doesn't take a long time to cook. And we don't want to overcook the salmon. We just want it just right. Cleaning up my teriyaki sauce. And I added a little cornstarch because I wanted it a little bit thicker. And I'm just tasting it. It cooks really fast. So every 5 minutes I'll be basting it. Doing my first basting. It's been 5 minutes. So I got my brush, my basting brush. All you do is just make sure you baste it every 5 minutes or even less than that. Because, like I said, salmon cooks pretty fast. You don't want overcooked salmon. But you do want a nice tasting teriyaki salmon. And so I want that flavor to just pop out. On the sides, get it everywhere just like it was a masseuse or something, Pop this back in the oven. You know how green beans look in the package. So you boil them, put them in hot water, you shock them by putting in cold water for like 45 seconds to a minute, or however long it takes for you to see the full green come out. Add some onions to this olive oil in the pot. And we buy in bulk. So what I do with my green peppers and my red peppers is I julienne them up, and then I freeze it. That way I can use them at any time, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Got some green and some red-green peppers in there. I'm going to throw in my green beans. Hit it with some salt and pepper. Baste these as often as you can. 5-6 times before it's ready is probably okay. But I would baste it as many times as I possibly can. Because as you can see, every time you baste it, it puts another layer of flavor on there. And that gets caramelized with the heat on top of the salmon. My 5th and final glazing right now. Okay, the fish is basically done. But I just want to put it back in the oven for a little bit just to make some more of this teriyaki sauce caramelize. You see it's got a nice color, it's got a nice coating. Those are gonna look good on the plate, and it's gonna taste good going down the road. I'm going to put this back in the oven. Now that was my final glaze, and I'm going to put it in for 2 minutes. That should be enough. It's already partially done. So this last 2 minutes is going to finish it up. It won't be dried out. It'll be nice and moist, but it'll be cooked, and it'll have that nice glaze and taste that teriyaki on it. Fish work. I'm going to take these and place them on our cutting board. The finished product. I'm going to place these like that for service. Now we're gonna just put some parsley on it. Finish. Okay. And if I had a lemon, which I forgot to get, I would slice it up thinly, cut it halfway through so it can bend and twist, and place it around it. Teriyaki salmon. We cooked it for about 25 minutes, and we basted it every 5 minutes with the teriyaki sauce that we made up with using all the basic ingredients: soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, ginger, a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we cooked it, and we added some cornstarch at the end of it, a cornstarch slurry, to just thicken it up a little bit so it had this thick coating of teriyaki sauce over it. That's it for now. We'll see you next time when we'll do something different and something exciting. Bye-bye for now.